Hello and welcome back to Casual Gastronomy, where today we're going to try our hand at making a dish called Tteokbokki.
Tteokbokki is a popular Korean street food dish, and it's made from rice cakes with a spicy sauce, and it usually has different types of veggies, eggs, and fish cakes.
Tteokbokki, although it might sound like it has the word duck in it, like D-U-C-K, it does not have any duck in it. Duck is actually the Korean word for the rice cake in the dish, and I'm probably mispronouncing it a little bit, but you guys surely will understand. Just thinking of this dish literally makes my mouth water. It's super delicious, but before we get started, we are going to go to Jungbu, our local Korean grocery store, and pick up the ingredients, where they also have a food court with super delicious dosat bibimbap and giant dumplings almost as big as my head. So we're gonna take you guys with us and show you the experience.
If you've been following us for a while, you probably recognize this place. Jungbu's relatively big and has pretty much everything you need for Korean cuisine. They also have a ton of fruits and vegetables that are hard to find elsewhere. On the second floor, they have this little food court with lots of natural light and some pretty awesome plants, if you're into that sort of thing.
We went to this restaurant called Snack Corner. Yeah, not the best name, but we swear it's legit. Just look at the line. We ordered the dosat bibimbap, which comes in a hot stone bowl. If you get the dosat, make sure not to stir the rice at the bottom so that it has time to get really crispy. We also got these giant steam buns called wangmandu. The round one is pork, and the one that looks a little bit like a leaf is kimchi. They were super fluffy and so flavorful. After we got completely stuffed at the cafe, we got our ingredients for the tteokbokki and maybe a few beers and headed home.
We're going to start by making the anchovy broth. For the broth, add 4 cups of water into a pot. Then add 8 large dried anchovies and 1 sheet of dried kelp to the water. Boil for about 15 minutes over medium-high. The dried anchovies and kelp are a staple to many Korean broths and really bring the umami flavor to a dish. You can find them at any Korean grocery store.
After 15 minutes, remove the anchovies and the kelp from the broth. You should be left with about 2 cups of broth. Then, add the broth to a large pan. Next, add in a 1/4 cup of gochujang, a 1/2 teaspoon of finely ground gochugaru, and 1 tablespoon of honey into the broth and mix until completely combined. Then, add 1 pound of long cylindrical rice cakes, a 1/2 pound of various types of fish cakes, 4 hard-boiled eggs, 2 minced cloves of garlic, and 2 chopped scallions. We used fresh rice cakes, but if you use frozen ones, make sure to let them thaw in water for 10 minutes before adding them into the broth. Continue to stir the mixture as it starts to boil and the sauce starts to thicken. This should take 10 to 15 minutes. Then, take the tteokbokki off the heat and top it with some more scallions and toasted sesame seeds. Oh, we didn't see you there. Well, guys, we did it. We made tteokbokki. And it looks pretty legit, I have to say.
It really does. I'm not trying to pat ourselves on the back, but guys,
I'm not trying to say that we're
come on.
we're like some kind of cooking legends over here. I'm not trying to say that.
Is this not restaurant quality?
Seriously, I love how you can basically hold it sideways.
I
and
know,
it,
but it's thick.
Okay, it might be maybe a touch too thick, just a tiny bit.
It's fake food.
All right, we're gonna eat now. Yummy.
Yeah, but it smells delicious, looks delicious.
This is one of the easiest things we made.
It was so easy, guys. So easy.
I needed this for my soul, for my mental health.
We really did. We've really been traumatized over some bubble tea, so
yeah. I don't want to talk about that. How would you describe the creation process? We literally just made the broth, and then you do have to chop up some garlic and scallions, and then
other than that,
just boil it, mix it all together.
Boil some eggs.
Boil the eggs.
All very beginner level stuff.
Rudimentary stuff.
Yeah.
But the rice cakes just, they thicken it up so nicely. It just becomes this beautiful sauce.
Yeah.
And maybe we might have eaten some of the rice cakes on their own, and even they have great flavor.
Yeah.
Can't confirm or deny. All right, let's see how they taste with this delicious sauce.
Okay.
What am I gonna? Okay, just rice cake first.
Rice cake.
With the scallions. So good.
Very good. Fish cake?
I want egg.
Okay.
They're so chewy
Yeah.
and flavorful and spicy. Actually, I thought it was gonna be way too spicy, but it's not. The egg, I'm sorry, I almost want to just like keep eating it in front of you guys.
There's egg all over your mouth.
Great. Those eggs turned out really good. We did what, 8.5 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
So
and then they like cook a little more when we put them in the sauce.
Mm-hmm. So it's not like a soft like oozing egg, but it's not like this dry like choke you hard boiled egg. Mm-hmm. It's like right in between. Yeah. It's like got the tender yolk, you know.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact: when my church would make tteokbokki growing up, everyone would fight to get the egg. Because there weren't like lots of eggs in the tteokbokki, but everyone wanted the egg. So you're lucky if you get the egg.
That would have been me. Yeah. I would have been like elbowing people out of the way to get to the egg.
Probably. But yeah, like the rice cakes are perfect texture. Like they're not too soft where they just like dissolve in your mouth. There's still that chewiness.
Yeah, still and. The flavor, the spicy gochugaru, it's a little bit sweet. You got the garlic and the scallion, so delicious. If anybody is out there looking to get into Korean cuisine, this might be the best intro dish. Like, just in terms of how easy it is.
Super easy. Like you'll have to go to the Korean grocery store to get ingredients, but
why would you not want to do that?
That can be a fun adventure in its own. So go do it.
You might be thinking you want to go and make like bibimbap or something first, but I mean, well, that is definitely something you could do.
You can watch our video on that one.
You could, but it involves so many little individual like steps, so much preparation.
Yeah.
This is
has
so quick.
Minimum prep.
Unless you decide to make rice cakes from scratch, which I don't even know if that's possible.
I wouldn't even know how to do that.
I think you need to harvest them from the rice cake tree.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us for this beautiful episode. The sun is coming out in the room. It was a great day. We had a nice, easy, delicious recipe. I love it. I also love to make the challenging recipes. It's great. Helps us to grow spiritually. Helps to demoralize us and humble us.
It humbles us for real.
keep us humble. But the easy recipes that are delicious.
Yes.
That does put a smile on my face.
Truly.
Alright guys, somehow still having a mental breakdown even though it was a good day. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.